Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'm the Gray Strega, and I'm here to give you your daily collective read for today, Sunday, April 23rd, 2023. What do we have coming forward right now in the cards for today? Let's get to it. Can I please have the first 5 cards in our 5-card spread? First card that we are starting with today is, my gosh, we can never escape this card not being in a reverse position. It has been the theme for like months now. Love's coming up in this position, but we're here for it. It is an Ace of Swords in its reversal. There's some experience that you're going through right now that is requiring a point of surrender that is leading to a point of victory. Point of surrender leading to a point of victory. There's something that needs to be surrendered right now that is going to lead you to your greatest success. A lot of retrograde energy here. Let's start to get some more clarity on this certain situation or circumstance. Next card we have coming through in our 5-card spread, 2 of Wands in its reversal. So one of the things we're seeing here as it relates to something that you need to release that is going to allow for some point of victory is the reason you need to release it is because it is not creating an opportunity for you to have that long tiered approach in terms of the plans going forward. There's some sort of blockage here. There's some kind of blockage you're experiencing, some situation or circumstance that you're seeing. You're making it difficult, if not impossible, to be able to lay these plans for yourself right now. This could be even feeling like there are some kind of communication blockages around this area. This sometimes also comes through right now with digital-ish communication blockages as well. So this is a moment right now where you're feeling some lack of vision and you're starting to accept and understand that whatever this is, you need to kind of surrender something to allow for better optics in terms of your path going forward. Next card we have coming through in our 5-card spread. Wow, Hierophant energy in its upright. So this is talking about a lot of shifts right now happening as it relates to the circumstances and situations around you right now. Because while we see that you are going to have to move forward in a place of surrender that's leading to a point of victory right now, we are also seeing that those are areas that you're releasing because they weren't giving you that point of communication. They weren't creating consistent communication. They weren't giving you clear optics in terms of the path moving forward. And you are letting them go. You are shedding them instead for security, for convention, for some supportive energy here that's really coming through, that's allowing you to feel like you have that stability. You have that deeper sense of empowerment. You're coming into your own power, something that is giving you that encouragement, that is giving you that support, as opposed to those places that are creating the blockages. This could also be speaking right now about new contracts, new levels and degrees of seriousness as it relates to some situations and circumstances in your life right now. And this is what's allowing that release in order to get this deeper sense of security and empowerment that you're moving forward. Again, very intriguing energy to be seeing here during a retrograde, because typically we would not necessarily anticipate to see these kind of contracts and things going through in this way. But this is actually saying that today is a very positive day for these, even in the midst of a retrograde energy. So if you have to sign a contract or something today might be the day, even if you're in the midst of the retrograde. If you have to, this would be the day to do it. The next card we are seeing in our 5-card spread coming through right now is 7 of Pentacles in its reversal. Another card that we cannot escape recently in terms of it being in its reversal. Why are you having this moment of release? Why are you having a victory in this moment of release? Because over and over again, we see the cards basically saying, time is up. This is not a time to wait in terms of what it is that you're trying to grow. That this is saying that there's potentially been a long period of waiting that you've been going through. And this is the moment that you are really trying to harvest. You're really trying to gather what you can from circumstances and situations, because we see that there are new commitments, new opportunities coming in the horizon for you right now. And just as there's a time to plant the seeds, there is a time to kind of reap the harvest. And there's something around this situation or circumstance that is calling you, not giving you the space to wait anymore, not wanting you to have that uncertainty about whether things are coming to fruition. This is a moment that you're ready to take action, to move away from waiting, and to allow the surrender on anything that isn't coming through to the degree that you would ideally desire it to. That is what's allowing this victory. because there is this new sense and degree of stability that you're moving into right now that needs to be addressed. Continuing to get clarification, the final card for the first 5 before we start getting clarification on these cards right now, we've got a Page of Pentacles in its reversal. So what are you moving away from right now? What are you no longer waiting on? It's plain and simple. We see here that this is a moment of release. You are releasing any energy that isn't coming forward with tangible offers, without tangible opportunities, without something that you can actually hold in your hand that shows some degree of stability, of consistency, of something that you can actually move forward with. This is the or specifically that isn't also giving you any kind of clarity in terms of what the future looks like. This is the moment that you are simply releasing it. You are releasing it because there are new opportunities, there are new contracts, there's new point of support coming through at this moment. And it's simply not giving you the time or the space to waste in things that are coming through as maybes, ifs, buts. No time for it. Continuing to get clarification now on these cards, clarification between our Ace of Swords in its reversal and the Two of Wands in its reversal. A moment right now that you are experiencing a point of surrender or release that is leading to a higher degree of victory, specifically around circumstances or situations that are not giving you the communication, the clarity, or the optics in terms of what is occurring and what is going to occur and whether there's a path moving forward. May I please have one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with the High Priestess in its reversal. This is going to feel a little bit different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what it feels most aligned to. For feminine energy right now, the reason you are allowing this letting go process to occur, the reason you're allowing this surrender is because you are recognizing and acknowledging that the situations and circumstances that are not giving you the clarity of communication that you would desire, that are not coming through in a consistent fashion, that are not giving you some plan for the future, these are areas that effectively impact you on a deep personal level, that they block your own ability to plan, to be in touch with your higher spiritual self, to be in touch with your own intuition. And it is this moment that is allowing you to have this point of surrender and release in order to potentially get back to a space where you can feel like you are in your highest degree of utilizing your full optics, your full spiritual and mental capacity, as opposed to feeling like there are these blockages here. While for masculine right now, this is potentially a moment of surrender around an energy of a feminine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what it feels most aligned to, that you feel you are not able to get into some spiritual connection with. I have to stress, we've been seeing this card coming through. We saw the same card yesterday in the spread over the same reason for the masculine energy, that there is a manifestation of feminine right now that is very much on your mind or you are considering, but you are feeling like you are not in this spiritual connection with them at this point. This is feeling like a degree of blockage right here, and it's requiring you to make some point of surrender. I will point out that this point of surrender that you're making right now is either surrendering in terms of not being able to access this information, this communication, this information, not being able to access this energy, or it's being able to surrender something, something here so that you can get back in contact with this energy. There needs to be something that is relinquished. It's either going to be, this is going to feel like more of a decision for the masculine energy, because I'm seeing here that there's something about being able to be in communication with this energy that is requiring you to relinquish something. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now. There is between our Two of Wands in its reversal in combination with the Hierophant. So observing right now, having this point of seeing some situations or circumstances, not being able to feel the communication coming through to the degree that you would desire, not being able to have the optics on some situations, feeling some of this retrograde frustration in this moment, yet still even in the face of having to move forward to a higher degree in making some more deeper levels of commitments in other areas. So this could be feeling like a point of frustration, because even while you're being driven right now to come into some deeper level or deeper point of commitment right now, there's a point of frustration because there's some area right now that you don't necessarily see that you have the optics that you would truly desire to have as you have to make this choice, as you have to rise into this circumstance or situation. May I please have one card to clarify? clarification coming through right now with our Three of Cups in its reversal. So what we are seeing right now is this is a moment, and this is the same card that we saw yesterday as well. So we're seeing the consistency and the message coming through. That again, there is a choice that you're making right now to move to those situations and circumstances that feel more secure, that feel more conventional, that are allowing you to feel truly seen and heard, maybe even the things that you're saying are being able to be like acted upon in a functional manner, maybe even moving into a state of higher authority in some areas right now, deeper commitments, new contracts, simply because you're making a point of acknowledgement that the energy or situation that you're not creating the point of clarity that you're hoping for right now is potentially surrounded by energy that is not necessarily towards your best benefit or towards your highest self. There is something here about, again, a lot of releasing. For some of you, a lot of this release that we're seeing may have to do with people and energies and situations that you feel aren't moving towards situations that feel like they are serious or stable enough. Instead, rejecting those energies that you feel are being more frivolous, being more centered around the self and one's own enjoyment, potentially even has some external negative third-party energy around it, and feeling like some of that is one of the reasons why you can't get the clarity that you need here, which is why you're still moving forward in this degree, even in the face of some of that blockage. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now between our Hierophant energy and the Seven of Pentacles in its reversal. So really moving forward right now into deeper commitments, feeling these points of commitment that you're moving into right now, feeling like these are places that feel like they have stable, secure offers, and moving out of a space of waiting right now, moving out of a space of holding time or energy or space for anything that you feel requires more time or effort, not necessarily wanting to do that right now, because why would you in the face of something that feels very tangible, that is creating, that is like coming forward right now, that is giving you this degree or level of control on situations and circumstances, new degrees of seriousness, new degrees of commitment. May I please get one card to clarify? Seems self-clarifying, but let's get the card just to get more clarification on it. Two of Swords in its upright. So again, you are in a moment that, again, even as you feel this need right now to move away from circumstances or situations that you feel aren't coming to fruition, there is still a point of pause. You're still holding a little bit of space for these things, even as you're moving into these deeper level of commitment, because again, you are taking this moment, you are taking this retrograde pause, as it were, to trust your intuition, to allow things to flow towards you right now. And I'm feeling like you will sense when the time is right to cut away from the things that aren't necessarily serving you, that time is reaching a point that you're feeling like it's sooner rather than later, but not necessarily potentially doing it at this exact moment, really allowing your intuition to guide. This makes a lot of sense for the feminine energy right now, because with the High Priestess in its reversal, you could be feeling a little bit disconnected from your own intuitive energy right now. While for masculine right now, again, there is this point of indecision or uncertainty you're potentially feeling as you go into this space right now around what you need to let go or whether you move forward into these deeper points of commitment. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now between our Seven of Pentacles in its reversal in combination with the Page of Pentacles in its reversal. So again, a lot of this energy of feeling like some situations or circumstances you're not willing or ready to wait on anymore, specifically because you feel like something around these are not coming forward in the way that you would desire, that whatever they're offering is not big enough, or it's not secure enough, or it's not consistent enough. There's a lot of energy here about moving towards the things that are showing that more traditional aspects to them, deeper levels of commitment, rejecting those offers that feel flimsier or unsubstantial or insubstantial. Can I please get one card to clarify? Two cards clarification right now. Oh, between our star energy and the Four of Pentacles. We are getting all the same cards to a certain degree that we got yesterday, showing a lot of consistency over the weekend. We like the consistency. Feels very Hierophant to have this type of consistency coming through. So we are seeing here, again, going to feel a little bit different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what it feels most aligned to. For feminine right now, this is a moment we see you are pulling back your energy. You are pulling back your energy. You are holding things close to your chest. We talked about this yesterday. Why? Because you are coming into a point of your own power. You are moving in a space of being your most authentic, expressive self, being able to say to yourself that you want to be able to be in a space where you can be in power, but also feel like you can be vulnerable and safe in that space. And so you are holding a lot of this energy towards yourself as you discover this ability to come into your own sense of authenticity right now. And you're rejecting any energy that you feel isn't allowing you to have this type of safe space. While for masculine right now, we are seeing that we keep seeing this blockage between the masculine and feminine energy right now, where masculine has a lot of attention right now directed towards a manifestation of feminine that they see and recognize is in a point of vulnerability, is in a point of exposure, that is moving in a space of being unafraid of being seen in their most authentic, vulnerable, but stunning self. But also feeling some anxiety in terms of how to approach this energy, holding things very tightly to oneself, even in the face of this energy, which is very curious. I feel like we need some clarification, because I do feel like there is something here that we're potentially seeing about feeling like there's something that is inaccessible about this energy right now. This is feeling like there is something here that is showing that there's some kind of difficulty right now for the masculine energy in feeling like they can fully come forward towards this energy in the way that they want. There's something that is repressing the expression that the masculine energy wants to have towards this energy right now. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now. Clarification, and this might clarify it up right now for the masculine and feminine energy on what that blockage is between the queen, the high priestess in its reversal, and the 3 of cups in its reversal. Going to feel very different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy right now. For feminine energy right now, there is a sensation of being very discriminate around the energy that you want around yourself right now. Acknowledging that when you allow the wrong energy around you right now, it affects your own ability to tap into your higher spiritual self, or to be in your most spiritual expression of yourself. This could even be feeling some of the frustration the feminine's feeling right now with some of the energy around them, that it may be affecting or impacting their ability to connect to their higher self. So this could be feeling very frustrating for feminine right now. This could also be putting away a lot of energy, not wanting to be in spaces or places that they feel like there is a lot of third party energy right now, because they feel like this also impacts their higher spiritual accessibility point. While for masculine energy, what we are really seeing here is there's some kind of acknowledgement that masculine is making right now about the fact that the reason that they may not necessarily be in connection with this high priestess energy right now may have something to do with the company that you are keeping, with some of the energy that's around you right now, that something about this is creating a situation where, even though your connection to a specific feminine is challenged or is disconnected, a lot of your attention and focus is on this energy right now, but also acknowledging that some of this third party energy around you right now might be creating some of this blockage. May I please get one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with the Queen of Swords. With the Queen of Swords. So what is happening? Again, it's going to feel a lot different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what it feels most aligned to. What are we seeing right now? What are we saying? Feminine is pulling back. Feminine's pulling back their energy from circumstances and situations that they don't feel are aligned to them, that they feel have third-party energy around them, realizing that it keeps them out of their higher spiritual connection. Feminine is totally willing to put up these boundaries right now, recognizing that these boundaries are not coming from a place of hurt or insecurity. They're coming from a place of empowerment, of feminine recognizing what they do and do not want in their energetic space so that they can get back in alignment with themselves. While for feminine and masculine energy right now, oy vey, this could be feeling very difficult. And it could be, I need to stress this for masculine, more than one manifestation of feminine around you right now, or it is one feminine that is embodying these qualities. Because what we are seeing right now for masculine is a moment that you are experiencing that there is a potential anxiety around third-party energy around you right now that is creating a disconnection point between maybe one, maybe two manifestations of feminine. One that you're not necessarily able to get in spiritual metaphysical connection with right now because of the third party interference or with the energy around you right now, and potentially the same or another energy that is putting up boundaries around you right now because they also recognize and acknowledge the unhelpful third party energy. And I also need to stress, just to add another layer to this delightful cake, that maybe the third party energy, masculine, if you're going through this, is the recognition, if these are two different feminines, then the two different feminines somehow recognize that they're there. And that's where the third party energy is coming from. Just need to point that out. I hope that helps, masculines, if you're seeing this. So that might be one of the problems if those are two different feminines. Masculines, you know which ones you are if that's the case you're going through. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now. Between the Three of Cups in its reversal in combination with the Two of Swords in its in its upright right now. So again, there is a lot of anxiety right now. There is, for both masculine and feminine energy, a lot of assessing the energy, the company that you're keeping, the energy that's around you right now. A degree and desire to move away from energies that you are feeling are frivolous or not taking things seriously to the degree or capacity that you would ideally want. Maybe even feeling some static or frustration around some third-party situations right now. But having this moment of pause, having this retrograde moment where you are kind of holding space, not necessarily cutting things off right now, not necessarily blocking things, but allowing this moment to try to get into your higher intuitive sense in terms of what it is that you need to remove or move away from right now. May I please have one card to clarify? What? Oh my goodness. Devil in its transverse. Devil in its transverse. Devil in its transverse. Oh, how do I explain this? Okay, yeah, okay. So this is what's happening. Oh, Jesus. All right. So what's happening right now? Why are you holding? Why are you holding your action right now? Why are you uncertain? Because you're not certain about whether this energy that's around you right now, you're questioning whether it's good or bad. I don't want to say good or bad. Okay, let's correct that. You're questioning whether it is healthy for you or unhealthy for you. You're questioning whether it is a unhealed karmic situation or whether these are places that can be healed. There's something here about holding a lot of outside energy right now to a certain extent, looking at some things in your life right now through different optics and really, and especially as it relates to the energy around you right now, and really saying, and this is why you're pausing right now before you take these steps for yourself. You're really trying to look at these energies and these situations and circumstances and say to yourself right now, are these helping me or are these harming me? Are these empowering me? Or are these leading me away from my higher calling and my higher path? This is some retrograde energy here. This is why the retrogrades are a blessing, because there is some like junked up works here. There is a blockage, but it is requiring you to stop and to really assess and think before you take your next action. And a lot of that thinking is really trying to mitigate and trying to decide whether some of the energy around you right now is working towards your best benefit, is bringing you towards your higher self, or if it is an unhealed situation, unhealed circumstances, unhealthy coping mechanisms, unhealed karmic connections, bad modalities of thought that are kind of chaining you in place. This is that moment of really putting that consideration, because you are getting to a point of commitment and you want to make sure that you're not committing to something that is going to lead you down paths or into experiences that are not for your highest self and to your highest degree. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now, clarification between our Two of Swords energy in combination with our Four of Pentacles and our Star energy. Going to feel a little different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy right now, bearing in mind this is not based on gender, but what do you feel most aligned to? So having this pause, having this moment of allowing your intuition to come through to help you get clarity on what steps you want to take. What is your next move? What do you want to cut away from? What do you want to fight for? Having for feminine, and again, holding a lot back right now, not taking action, not moving forward, holding some things very close to your chest as you try to plan these moves forward. For masculine right now, this could be with a lot of orientation right now towards going to a manifestation of feminine that you feel is in this star energy, that you have a lot of attention towards right now, that a lot of your focus is on, that you feel is coming through in a very open, vulnerable, honest space. But we see here for masculine that this is a moment of anxiety, of allowing some intuition to try to move forward, not taking action towards the energy right now, but trying to decide how to move forward towards that energy. While for feminine right now, this is a moment that you are pulling a lot of your own energy back as you are in this mode for yourself, being able to move in your most authentic expression, keeping things very close to your chest, waiting and trying to allow your intuition to tell you what your next step going forward is, even while you're feeling some of that disconnect from your higher self right now with the High Priestess in its reversal. May I please, and doing a lot of this assessment on the energy around you right now, may I please have one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with the Three of Pentacles. There are new foundations that you are building for yourself right now. There is a desire to build something that is going to be on stronger footing than what you have created thus far. And it is for this reason that feminine energy right now is moving so cautiously, so carefully, so strategically, so slowly, holding things back, not giving forth everything that they can right now, because there is something here about moving in a very careful, methodical approach. Heavy on the Hierophant energy right now. The Hierophant energy can be a lot more slow. It can be a lot more methodical, because there's a degree of wanting to make sure that you're creating something that is stable and secure. And feminine recognizes that is not something that you do overnight, that is something you do with painstaking care. So that is the energy that the feminine is moving into right now. While for masculine energy, there is something about going towards this star energy right now that is making you recognize that you need to go towards it with painstaking care. That there's something about this energy. And I'm even going to say it right now, guys. Like for some masculines right now, this is either a single representation of feminine that you are either not feeling in connection with right now, that has their boundaries up, but that you're trying to move forward with painstaking care. Or, God help us all, this could be up to three different manifestations of feminine around you right now that you are feeling are inaccessible to a certain point. And we see here there is a degree that you are trying to move towards one with painstaking care. So either there's two different branches happening with the masculine energy right now. One, this is one singular manifestation of feminine that is holding up a lot of boundaries, and you're moving forward with painstaking care, feeling some of this emotional, feeling some of the spiritual disconnection. The other pathway I'm seeing for masculine right now is that some masculine energy has two different feminine energies right now that are blocking them to a degree, because of the third party energy, and some of that masculine energy as a result is moving towards a third manifestation of feminine because they're not as concerned, because there's no issues with the blockage or the third party energy around it. Those are the two different pathways that we're seeing right now. So painstaking care either way towards this manifestation that is in the star energy right now. Recognizing that this energy is a space that you are trying to move forward carefully, that maybe you feel like you've recognized that there's something about this energy that is feeling distant, that does have its guard up, and you want to make sure that you're approaching it in the right way and with a certain degree of like intuition and caution to build something stable and secure around it. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now. Clarification between our Queen of Swords energy and the Devil energy in its transverse. Feminine energy right now having a lot of healthy boundaries that they are laying for themselves, for yourself right now, specifically because you're feeling some moment of uncertainty around the energy around you right now, whether this be bad modalities of thought, whether these be outside people or circumstances or situations. And really, you know, a lot of these boundaries coming up right now so that you can try to figure out if some of these energies that are around you right now, be them, you know, situations, circumstances, habits, whether they are things that you can integrate into your life in a healthy capacity, in a healing capacity, or if this energy is something that is not going to be healthy or productive for you, that is keeping you in some bad modalities of thought. While as for masculine right now, this could be feeling like there is a feminine energy that has some boundaries that they're putting up right now. And this is a moment that is leading you to kind of question your own situation or circumstance, questioning your own modalities of thought, questioning your own habits, questioning your own connection to them, to really ask and investigate if this is something that you need to do some self-work on right now, or if this is something that is okay for you to continue to move forward with in a degree or capacity, that there is something about these boundaries that is giving you some point of pause and recognition that you have to identify around some things. May I please have one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with the Queen. Oh my gosh, what's with all, there's so much feminine energy all over this. Oh, you guys are putting me to the work today. Queen of Wands. Gonna feel a lot different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy. Oh, for feminine energy right now, bearing in mind this is not based on gender, but what do you feel most aligned to? For feminine energy right now, there is a degree, and this is the feminine energy right now is all up on themselves, trying to do this work for themselves. Because what we really see for feminine energy is this is a moment laying these boundaries for yourself, using this opportunity with these healthy boundaries to do a lot of self-work, not just on looking at the energy around you right now and determining like whether it's to like your best benefit or not, but really also looking at your internal mechanisms, your internal habits, your internal practices, and asking what is and is not possible, like benefiting you, because you are focused on being in alignment. You are focused in staying in your power. You are focused on creating this sensation of balance for yourself, embodied with the Queen of Wands. Someone who has a certain degree of control, a certain degree of mastery over themselves and the world around them, and recognizing that you need to have these boundaries and do this work so that you can attain this level and degree for yourself right now. While for masculine energy, I'm going to say it again, this could be a singular manifestation of feminine that is embodying all of these qualities, or it could be another manifestation, more than one manifestation of feminine that you are recognizing are in these places. That there is a moment right now that you are being forced to question and look at your own self right now, to look at some of the connections in your life right now, to ask yourself whether some situations or circumstances or habits or practices or the energy around you right now, whether it's something that is helping you on your healing journey, or whether it is pulling you away from your healing journey, specifically due to the manifestation of a feminine right now, potentially not one, maybe even two, that one is having a lot of boundaries right now around you, right? So this is, again, I'm going to define the two different pathways we're seeing here. This is either for masculines right now, a single manifestation of feminine that you see has this degree of mastery of themselves, that they have this power in being able to do these things. You see and recognize that they have this ability, but that they also have boundaries around you right now, around them right now, that may be making them inaccessible to you to a certain extent. Or this is accepting and recognizing right now that there are two different manifestations of feminine that you are putting attention towards right now. One that has boundaries, is making it hard to access them, and another manifestation of feminine that you feel and really recognize is in this point of power, that is in this point of power for themselves right now. And both energies right here, regard like one more accessible, one putting up their boundaries, is creating this moment for you. And this may be coming, and some of this energy may be feeling a bit intimidating for masculine, because sometimes this Queen of Wands energy can be a bit intimidating. We do see here that this is a moment that is requiring you to do a lot of self-work. And this is where it's beneficial, because these outside energies are encouraging you to do this internal work on yourself, to determine how you are going to approach them. It's either being encouraged by them, or somehow it's being triggered by these energies around you right now. Continuing, and maybe even looking at these energies and asking yourself if they are healthy or harmful having in your experience right now. Continuing to get clarification on these cards right now, between our Devil card in its transverse and the Three of Pentacles, trying to build these healthy, new, supportive foundations for yourself right now. And this is requiring you to really do some deep investigation on what is around or within you right now, to ask yourself if it is healthy or if it is harmful, so that you can move with the degree and care and consideration necessary in creating a strong foundation for yourself at this moment. May I please have one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with the Ace of Pentacles. There is an opportunity here. There is an opportunity that is being seized. The reason that there is so much care and concern that is happening right now is because there's some kind of acknowledgement that you want to make sure that you're going forward with a healing capacity, not connected to anything that is harmful for you right now or has been keeping you in a lower foundation or a lower energy, because you are recognizing that not only is this your opportunity to build new secure foundations for yourself, but there is tremendous opportunity being offered to you at this moment if you're able to do this. Found tangible opportunities, new tangible offers, new tangible opportunities, but they are going to require you to make sure that you're coming at them with a high degree of mastery of the self, versus being connected to things that are not serving your purpose, making sure you're moving out of anything that is self-defeating to a certain extent. And that is why we see this orientation coming through as a transverse as you lay these foundations and you move towards these new opportunities and offers. Final card for today's spread, and boy are they big cards, between our Queen of Wands energy and the Ace of Pentacles. It's going to feel a bit different depending on whether you align to feminine or masculine energy, bearing in mind this is not based on gender, but what you feel most aligned to. For feminine right now, this is a moment of really coming into your own power, of really keeping your focus right now on one thing and one thing alone, being able to build this level and degree of mastery for yourself, and recognizing that creating this for yourself is where a lot of your opportunity lies, feeling like there are new tangible opportunities being offered to you at this moment, because you continue to do this work on yourself, that you're recognizing that the more work you put into yourself right now, the more work you put into creating this sense of mastery for yourself, the more opportunities, the more tangible expressions of success are arriving to you at this moment. While for masculine energy right now, this could be speaking about these opportunities that are coming forward right now around you, which is giving you a new degree or desire to want to come forward in some degree towards a manifestation of feminine you feel is embodying this Queen of Wands energy, that has this mastery of themselves, that has this ability to create. And this is both a point where you're recognizing tangible opportunities around you right now, and maybe even wanting to go forward and give this type of energy some sort of tangible opportunity or offer, which would give more clarification on this Hierophant, that deeper level of commitment that we are seeing. May I please have one card to clarify? Clarification coming right now with the Magician. Love this energy. For masculine and feminine, we see that there is a new starting point happening, that there is something around you right now that is making you feel like you have some power, some higher degree of being able to affect and change the situation around you right now, putting a lot of time and energy and commitment right now into doing this work for yourself, feeling like you're coming into a space where you're getting the tools that you need, the tools, the material support, the material tools that you need right now, and maybe even the external energy around you right now that is going to allow you to really manifest what you're hoping to manifest. This is a beautiful reading for a retrograde. As I said, this retrograde is hitting a bit different because we're seeing here a lot of effectiveness, even in the midst of the retrograde. Maybe not necessarily getting things done right now, but specifically moving yourself into a space right now of putting together what you need to truly be able to create what you are trying to create at this moment, and feeling a lot of this creative energy that you are trying to channel right now. For masculine right now, this is feeling like this is coming through with a lot of the opportunities and offers coming towards you right now, and also feeling some support by some feminine energy that you feel is also in this space. For feminine, this is coming into your own right now, feeling like you're reaching this degree, feeling the tangibility of the offers and opportunities right now that is allowing you to create these things for yourself in this moment. Bottom of the deck on this reading right now, Lovers in its reversal. So, one of the things we're seeing is this would also explain why we see the Devil card in its transverse. Because we are seeing right now that there is some anxiety, there is some opportunity, there's a lot of investigation that you are potentially making right now towards the partnerships in your life right now. Doesn't necessarily need to speak towards romantic partnerships. Any partnership that you are committed to that you feel has some higher spiritual benefit to it. And really putting this assessment and putting this work right now, putting this critical eye on the situations and the individuals in your life right now and these partnerships, and asking yourself, are they allowing you this degree or ability to get to this higher spiritual level? Or are they coming through in a way that they are binding you to something that is not necessarily serving your highest self, that is keeping you kind of stuck in some bad modalities and thought, in some non-healthy modes of modalities, in some unhealthy thinking? A lot of attention and degree right now on the connections that are either in a point of fracture, to really ask if this is going to be something that can be fixed, or if this is proving to be something that is not going to be able to reach that level or degree of higher spiritual connection. That is our daily collective read for today. I want to thank you guys so much for being here and experiencing it with me. Just a reminder, if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can book one on my website, graystrega.com. My private readings are done over video with the option of recording sent to you afterwards. And if you are a subscriber to my TikTok, you can take 10% off any of my services when you pay. Just mention your subscriber ID at the point of payment. I want to remind you, if you book a private reading with me, it is a 2-step process. You have to book the reading and you have to pay for the reading. Please make sure that you do both if you'd like to have the reading. Also, please remember that I will never, ever, 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 ever reach out to you for a personal reading. I will never tell you your ancestors reached out to me. I will never tell you that I have an important message for you. Those are not me. The only way you can book a reading with me is if you go to my website and you book a reading. Please remember that. I want to thank you guys so much for having this reading with me today, and we will do this again tomorrow.